Hey guys, I've got our new designer haunted house. I'm Lauren with Bakery Bling, and I am going to show you exactly how to put this house together. This is probably one of the trickiest houses we've put out. So I want to show you how to be successful with this at home, because I know it can sometimes be difficult putting these houses together. I promise if you follow what I'm doing, you'll be able to do this kit at home as well. So let's check it out, because I love this house. I love the little box it comes in, and I love everything about it. All right, we've got the cookies. There are the cookies. We've got the pieces. We've got the glittery sugars. We've got the pearls, and we've got the icing. So your icing may come with one of two bags, okay? We've recently got some new machinery, so you may get a white bag or you may get a clear bag. Both of them will work great. White bag's got a tear strip. All you have to do is pull it. For the clear bag, you're still gonna need a knife. First, massage the bag, right? So you wanna make sure, you may feel a couple clumps in it. You wanna make sure that you really take it, knead it, and work all of those out. You can also stick it in the microwave for 5 to 15 seconds, and that should help loosen that up as well. Okay. So we are going to put those down. We've got everything out. The first thing we want to do is open up the cookies, okay? We're going to lay out the cookies. I've always found it easier to decorate houses and 3D houses flat. So I am going to start with the front, and since that needs the longest to dry, okay? And you are going to outline the front, edge, and you are going to just kind of fill it in. For this house, I find it easy to kind of take a knife to kind of help me as well. So kind of move the tip around a little bit and just try and smooth out the icing, okay? If it doesn't look 100% smooth, don't be alarmed. I'm going to teach you a trick. It's not that hard to do, and it's going to help you have that smooth front that you want. So you can put your front door, and you can put your window, and you can put everything. And as you can see, look, this doesn't look perfect right now, right? It's far from it. You can decide if you want to take our secret trick, or if you want to just use a knife and kind of flatten it out. So as you can see, I'm kind of just going through, following the lines. Not perfect. We're following it through. And then, so once you get the house fully iced, so it doesn't look perfect, right? I'm going to take my knife, and I am just going to kind of smooth the icing all together. Kind of smooth it out. Still not going to look perfect. It's okay, not a big deal. We're just smoothing it out. Okay. You can, if you've put in too much icing on one side, get it on your knife, and then kind of move it. Okay? So once I feel like it's good, if I'm still not happy, if I still feel like, still see too many lines in it, we can take a couple of drops of water, add it to the front, and it's going to help smooth it out. And I'm going to show you exactly kind of how to do that. Just give me a second. I'm kind of just still edging out my lines. Any extra icing, kind of just smoothing it around. Again, this is pretty easy, and this icing is going on really easily and nicely. I don't know that I need to do that, but I'm going to show you how to do it just in case you want to do it at home. You have water on the front of it, okay? Then with my knife, I'm going to go back and kind of just smooth it in. And that's going to help take any of those fine lines away, okay? Again, not something you have to do. You can leave it the way it is, but if you want it to be perfect, then that's going to help that a lot. And you guys, I'm not a perfectionist well, I am a perfectionist, but I'm not a perfect decorator. I'm not, gosh, I've got, there's so many people who can do this better than I can. But I think the point of it is have fun, make it your own, make it as good as you can, and I promise next time it'll be better, and you'll keep getting better at this. I think the more you do something, right? My mom always told me, as I was growing up, the more you do it, the better you get. I think that's true in anything. So we're just going to keep smoothing out the lines. And again, I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to set that down. Now I am going to open up my pieces right now, because these are the heaviest pieces, and I want them to get on this house, so then we can start putting it together. So I'm going to take a little bit of icing. I'm going to put it on the back of our front door, which is a coffin. I love this. It's got a hand wrapping around. So I'm going to stick that, just a little bit of icing, because this is still wet. So you don't really need icing there. The window's heavier, so we definitely want to put a little bit of icing just on the back of it. And we're going to stick that to the house. Voila, it's on. This piece for now is finished. So I'm going to set this off to the side. Now we've got the roof, which let's go ahead and get this done, because I definitely want to scallops go down. So remember that. It's not a big deal if you put them up and you put your house together with the scallops going up, but the scallops are supposed to go down. Okay, so now we're just going to take our icing and we are going to outline the roof. Perfect job. Just keep following the roof pattern. Not perfect, don't worry. We're going to throw some glittery sugar on this. I always say with the glittery sugar, it always helps to show any imperfection. So if you don't feel like you're following the lines or it's not perfect, don't worry about it. Doing this a little repetitive, but it's going to make sure you have a perfect house, and it's going to go together so well and look so great. I'm going to go ahead and put a little glittery sugar. That's what we put in the bowl. So we're going to put this cookie kind of over the sugar, and we're just going to kind of sprinkle it on. Now make sure, because I didn't do this last time and it got everywhere, you kind of, once you get all the sugar on that you want, okay, grab it, put it on the edges. It's wet. You want to do it when it's wet because it will stick much easier. The sugar will stick much easier. See, kind of put it on. Okay, now we're going to kind of, over the bowl, shake it, okay? Last time I picked it up, I forgot to do that. So it kind of went all over the place. But see how easy that is? Okay, we're going to set this over here to dry. Again, I'm going to take my glittery sugar, sprinkle on the roof. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Kind of pat it on, and then I'm going to dump it right over it. Okay. And then I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to outline the roof, or I'm sorry, this is not the roof. This is the window. Good job, Lauren. Outline the window. And you're just going to follow the little pattern, stripes, and just go back the next direction. You can add some glittery sugar to these as well. And then we're going to also put some candies on them. Okay. Perfect. Okay. And I am going to put some glittery sugars on it. Yeah, it looks good. I'm going to take a few candies and I'm just going to put them on the bottom of the windows, okay? Purple in the middle, green on the outside. Okay, so my windows are done. All right, so I'm going to let this dry for a few minutes and we're going to get everything together, and we are going to, oh, look, see, I'm going to teach you a trick right now because my little witch's foot just came off as I was pulling it out. I'm going to take a little stab of ice, little bit of icing, and I'm just going to put my witch's foot back on. Okay? So if it happens to break when you're taking it out, really easy to put back together. No one's going to know. Put a little icing, and I'm going to set this over to dry for a second as well. I've got 2 bats. I've got a cauldron. I've got a witch. And I'm going to make this Halloween haunted hideaway come together. So we've got our cauldron. It's got some eyes and a bone in it. Our little witch. She's going to hang out for a second. And we are going to start putting this together. You guys ready? Because this is the tricky part, and this is really, I'm going to put it together on the countertop. You can put it together on a plate, but I'm going to do it on the countertop because I need to show you exactly how this goes together so you're successful at home. All right, so now is the important parts. Now I'm going to teach you how to put this house together. Because of the angles, you see the angles, it's going to be really important that you watch exactly how I'm doing this, okay? And it hasn't been that long, the house is dry, this is perfect. Okay, so I am going to, on the inside of the house, okay, I am going to take the icing and I am going to make a line. On the inside of the house, I'm going to make a line. Okay, now I'm going to take a door and it has to go inside, right? it can't go on the outside of the house. It has to go on the inside edge of the house. Just like that, okay? And it's gonna be kind of at a little bit of an angle, okay? You can see that's already going together nicely. So now I've got this side together. Now I'm gonna take this side and stick it right on there, okay? So it's kind of at an angle. You can kind of fix it while it's right here, but it's really important. The cookies have to be on, the icing has to be on the inside. If you're using a plate, go ahead and put icing too. You can put icing at the bottom. The base is together. We're gonna let this dry for a couple of minutes. Then we're gonna come back and put the roof on. All right, I'm gonna show you one more way. If this is too difficult and you're not able to put it together, I'm gonna show you one more way to put it together. So you can take the back end of the house. Again, your icing is gonna go on your inside, okay? Go ahead and get the icing in. Okay, this one's undecorated because I'm gonna show you real quick. Now we're going to take the piece right here. We're gonna stick that on. You can see it's at an angle, okay? Really important. This piece is at an angle, okay? And we're gonna kind of sit here, let that hold for a second. Now we're gonna take your other piece, okay? Which is your front. You're gonna put the icing on the angle again, just like you did the front, okay? And you're gonna grab this piece. See how the icing's on the front, really important. And you're gonna line that up. There. And then there. Okay? And you're gonna let this, okay, that's pretty good. You're gonna let that dry for a second, okay? Just like that. Once you feel like it's dry and you can stick your finger on the icing, like obviously that's still a little gooey, give it 5-10 minutes, then we're gonna turn it this way, okay? These are both easy ways. You just wanna make sure you put the icing on the inside of the house and it's at an angle because these sides are on an angle, right? The house goes like this. It's a little trickier to put together. Now, my roof is dry. Again, I'm gonna pick this up, I'm gonna shake it. See, a little always comes off. I'm gonna shake it over the box. Now on this house, okay, the way you wanna put on your roof, you wanna make sure that you put the icing on the edge of the house roof, right here, okay? Just make sure you go down. I'm just gonna do it both sides right now. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just wanna get it on. We're gonna get that over here. Okay. And we are gonna put our roof on. Make sure your scallop edges are going down. Okay. Good job. We're gonna take our other scalloped edge over here and we are going to just put that together like that. And then while it's together at the top, I'm gonna take my icing again and I'm just going to fill in this crack to help keep it together. Okay, and then I am just gonna just push it together just a little bit. Now you got that icing there to help bind it together. And the house is done. It's together, okay? So now you can take your pieces, you've got your bats, you've got your witch, you've got your extra glittery sugar. We are gonna put these together. We've got our candy still. We've got to decorate the front of the roof line. We're gonna put this together. I always like to add a little bit of icing to the inside of the chimney of our like that. Perfect. And I'm gonna turn this house around to me in the front. I'm gonna put the bats on right now because that's gonna make it easier for me to, it's gonna make it easier to then put the candies on, okay? So go ahead and put a little icing on the bats and you're gonna stick those to the house. Right there. Again, simple, fun. And then we're gonna take the icing and we're gonna outline the roof line and then we're gonna stick our candies on. okay? And our candies are right here. And I'm gonna start with purple, and then I'm gonna do green, and I'm gonna do purple, and I'm just going to alternate the colors. So purple, green, purple, green, purple, green. Perfect. And then I've got extra candies, so you can put those anywhere you want. And then we are gonna take our glittery sugar, and we're gonna, if it's on a plate, you're gonna sprinkle down the rest of your glittery sugar, and you are gonna put your cauldron and your witch together. And it's done. So now I'm gonna go back to this other house for just a second. I'm gonna show you just how to turn it over, okay? So you're gonna take that house, and you're just gonna set it over like that, okay? And it's together. All right, you guys. What do you think? You like it? I love it. I love the little witch. I love the little cauldron. This is some Halloween fun for you and your family. For more ideas on cookie kits, gingerbread houses, and haunted houses, check out bakerybling.com.